YOLO. Welcome to Friday, boys and girls. We made it. All right, Cal. For anyone, I don't know who was on here last night. We were talking about retirement and whether you should retire at wait till 67 or so. I just talked to somebody today. He said 2 more years, and I said 2 more years. I said, how old are you? He said 68. I said 2 more years. What the fuck are you waiting for? Holy shit! I don't know. Not me. Yep. Jayce is 10 today. There's 2 bouncy houses set up out in the yard. One of them's going to have a sprinkler on it. It's got a slide. So it's going to be a water slide. Sort of, I guess. I didn't know how it worked. I thought there was like a pool. There is. There's like the bottom fills up and it will hold water. Hello, Alyssa. And they can slide into it. And I thought there would be a pump there to pump water. Nothing. There's nothing. So I don't get it. But I'm like, I'm just going to run a sprinkler on it. These sons of bitches were supposed to... I shouldn't say that. I don't know what the deal is, because I didn't talk to them. I was told that they were going to be here tomorrow morning, set it up. The party would be, they'd come back in the afternoon and tear it down. My guess is they dropped it off Friday because they don't work on the weekends and they ain't coming back till Monday. Well, it's not sitting in my yard all day Saturday, all day Sunday, and Monday when they come, the grass will all be dead. So as soon as the party's over, I'll hook it up to the 4-wheeler and drag it the hell out of there. I'll drag it up onto the driveway or something. But it's not laying down there in the grass for 3 days. That's crazy talk. Anyway. Hello, Kenneth, Kristen, Kelly, Annette, B-Guy. How's the bees, B-Guy? Looks like he's banging out some honey. There's going to be a lot of honey roasted salmon this fall, maybe. This warm Mimar, I think she ran it over with my truck. It was a fiasco. There was an entire fiasco with this. They showed up today, set this thing up, and they said they needed a generator. And I'm like, a generator? I'm like, no, I'm running cords. The guy's like, you can only run them 150 feet. That's the max. I'm like, okay. He's like, it's too far. You need a generator. She's like, what if we wouldn't have a generator? There should be a hose hookup on the side. Oh, well, I don't know. I'll look. I didn't notice anything. I just brought a sprinkler down. I just brought a sprinkler. I'll just hook a sprinkler up on it. That's what I'm talking about. Hello, Benjamin. Oh, I don't know. Monster. I don't know what it is. I know they're going to get an earful from Papaw, though. Because apparently the guy was a little testy with Meemaw. And, I said, it'll be fine. It'll be fine running cords. And she's like, no, he said it can't. It's got to be on a generator. And I said, it'll be fine. I said, trust me, it'll be fine. And I said, I said, I don't fucking care what he said. And she goes, well, I have you on speaker. And I'm like, that's fine. Put him on the fucking phone. I'll talk to him. Fishing trip was all right. I lost my phone in the lake. That wasn't the greatest, but the fishing was... I mean, it was at least average, maybe slightly above average. We didn't catch any big fish, but we caught a lot of fish. A lot of small fish. I don't remember catching that many small bass. All of us. We all caught tons and tons and tons of 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 inches, which is weird. We just don't usually catch that many. And too many pike. We caught way too many pike. But it was fun. Weather was pretty good. It got hot. One day it was super humid. A couple other days it was pretty uncomfortably humid. But by night time, we take a window air conditioner just in case it gets really bad. But by nighttime, cooled off. We had a couple rain showers, a couple days. That helped knock the humidity out a little bit. It was good. Sleep with fans blowing on you. It wasn't bad. The bugs were horrible. The bugs were bad this year, really bad. Like, really bad. Like, I don't want to say epically bad, but as bad as I can remember them being. Black flies and mosquitoes were just... I got one of those... I don't know what the hell it's called. A Vivo? Vivo? So, I don't remember what it is. It's a blue light, and it's just a sticky film thing that's on it. And me and Mom put one in the kitchen. Works awesome. We run ours on extension cords 24/7. Oh, well, I don't know. No, I know that monster, but he said the distance of the extension cords would be the problem, which it will. It drops a lot. You drop a lot of voltage in the long run of a cord. You'd end up just blowing the breaker because it would draw too much amps, or melting the extension cord. But you'd blow the breaker first because you just would. But anyway, I ran cords down there. Zevo, that's it, right, Kelly? So I was stopped to buy a Zevo on the way up there because we had two and I forgot the one. We didn't have any inserts. Meanwhile, I used the last insert. So she's like, just stop at Walmart. I'm like, whatever. So I stopped at Walmart. Well, I didn't have the Zevo, so I had to buy that and it comes with one. So they had a double. They didn't have any of the plug-in. They have the one we have just plugs into the wall, and it's just one-sided. This is two-sided. It sits on a table. It's round, and it's got a sticky thing on both sides of the light. That's all they had. It was like $40, and it had both sticky things on it. I bought a set of refills. I should have brought 17 sets of refills because it looked like in one night it was like packed full of bugs. Not a lot of mosquitoes though. They were some weird kind of looking. I don't know what it was. But I think this is my new current favorite song, Hunting by Yourself. If you're a hunter or an outdoorsman of any sort, and you've got a kid, or you can understand what it's like to have a kid or a grandkid, you should listen to this song. And if you listen to it, it gets a little heavy. I had Doc play it the other day on the radio. And when he came back, he played the song. Like, he didn't go to break. He played the song, and then he came right back on the air. And he couldn't even talk. He was crying. It's an absolutely awesome song. And I absolutely cried my eyes out the first time I listened to it. It's a really good one. But the whole album is it's called Fathers and Sons. And the whole album is, like I said, I don't think you need to be a dad. I just think you need to be a parent. I think you'll get it. You know, just theater of the mind. Well, the biggest problem tomorrow is, Monster, the first thing I got to do is go pour concrete. We got to do my brother's garage floor, 30 by 32. Pour that. I don't know if I'll be there to finish it with them, but we'll be there for a while. Oh, my back is so stiff already. Which reminds me, I have to message him. See if he needs to foam. That looks like a ringer right there, boys and girls. Sure is. Exactly 1/2 of an ounce left in that one. Let's see if we can make this thing red. Oh yeah, I was thinking raspberry vodka. I was thinking raspberry liqueur. Raspberry liqueur is way more red. Oh, that's red. That'll work. The secretary at work today had a red top. I don't know what you're allowed to call women's shirts. A shirt, a blouse, I don't fucking know. It was red. And I said, oh, Carol's wearing red, supporting the team. And she goes, that's right. So she literally did it on purpose, which is pretty awesome. Patty did not. She said, I don't own anything red. I said, well, you should buy a red Spoon Man shirt. I just had to wash this. I was waiting for it to come out to dry before I came down here. Water park tomorrow. Oh boy. I hope you get some sort of a family discount rate. Because if you got to pay individually, it's gonna be steep. That's gonna be a lot of. What the fuck do you sell? I almost said enchilada, but that's. What do you sell? Just basket, like. I don't know. I guess bowls. So, what do you call it? If somebody comes up there to order it, what do they ask for? What's that called? I got nothing. I'm drawing a blank. I have not. You know what, Monster? I think I actually did. I think we already made that one. I don't even think I wrote it down. I was like 99% positive we made that one already. Alright, what I need to do is... I need to just get a computer and have it down here, right here. Oh, hibachi bowl. There you go. I don't know why the mysterious word bowl escaped me. That makes very much sense. This is bad because I'm freaking thirsty as hell. And YOLOs are going to be the death of me tonight. I saw you had Randy working. I'm not sure if that's... I guess that's legal. Mexicans are allowed to do that shit. Military discount at water park. $10 a kid, $15 adult. That's pretty solid. That's still going to be like $752 though. Oh, Crystal can probably go as a kid. I mean, if they don't check IDs, they just go by size. She's under the height. She could get in for sure. Hello, Jazan. If it's really you, or is that a fake account? Because there's no picture. Alright, this is called Wicked Kiss. Vodka, raspberry vodka, triple sec, cranberry juice, lime juice. It's red. It's Red Friday. Suck it. Ooh, that's tart. Oh, that's weird. I thought that was good for a second, and then I got all that vodka blast. Well, at least you're A, smart enough, and hello, Lynn, and B, a good enough sport to realize that it's a joke. Because there are people that get butthurt when you say stupid things like that. A tax write-off, she works 4 times a year, and she gets paid good. There is some weird things you can do with kids in business. Like, that's super beneficial to you and the kid. I don't know what they are. I just remember I saw it. I saw if you had hello, Katie May. If you had a family business and you have your kids work for you, you could pay them. You could pay them in a, like, you could pay them. How the hell was it? It was like you could pay them in like a Roth IRA. Like, what you don't understand was if you in all seriousness, for anybody out there with kids, if you got a 4-year-old kid and you put $10 a month into a Roth IRA, that's $120 a year. By the time they're ready to retire, they might have $1 million. Like, that's how much I mean, if there's still a country left, we're gonna assume, it's a wild accusation, but we're gonna go with it and see how it is. Hello, Jonice. Jonice picked up eggs yesterday. My brother picked up eggs yesterday. My mom picked up eggs today. Eggs are moving. If you need eggs, you gotta get over here quick. We're going to do a little cleanup on the deck yet, and I think we're about ready to go. I don't know, this bouncy house is like, I blew the thing up. They're pretty big, actually. I mean, the one of them is really big. The one of them has a slide inside. The other one has a slide that comes outside into like a pool at the bottom. But, I don't know. I looked at them, and they seem like they're for little kids. Like, they seem like they'd be perfect for Jensen. But they seem like they're too small for, like, Jayce is 10. Watching the clouds moving east to west. That's the wrong way. Wait, maybe that is the right way. Which way do clouds generally move? No, clouds usually move west to east. Right? Yeah. Storm systems go this way. Wait, they go the same direction as the Earth rotates? That doesn't make any sense. actually, to think about. That's what I was thinking, Ken. That's going the wrong direction. Although, if it's a low pressure system, they spin counterclockwise so that if you're on the bottom end of that, you'd see the top of it. I don't know. Well, hang on out there. Hang on out there, Kelly. I gotta find triple sec. Oh. What the fuck? Oh, there's one. There's one. That's a big boy right there. Oh, fuck, I don't even need it anyway. Our cashiers get half the credit card tips. Today her tip was $114.65. She gets half of that. Nice. That's solid. I mean, I'd come down there and put in a 2-hour shift for that. I'm not gonna lie. 2 hours? Is that how long? Do you like sell out in 2 hours? That seems like a lot of fucking work for 2 hours. Well, I guess that's good though. Oh, so I should stop swearing. My bad. Sorry, kids. Don't listen to Papa. I don't curse around kids if I know there's kids around. I was gonna say, when I see the pictures, like, I almost want to say those kids are really getting big, but that's not true. But they're definitely getting bigger, and they're growing up, and they're starting to change, which is, I mean, it's part of life, but it's just, you know, you sort of, I don't know what's going on with my phone. Sold out, yes. But the prep and cutting everything up. Yeah, that's crazy. That's what I'm saying. That's the same thing as Joey. You know, everybody's like, Joey he quit doing the bad bones because it was just it's too hard. And he said that you know, he goes, we get up, so he would go over there at 7 a.m. in the morning to set up, to open up. I think he opened at like 1. I think he opened at 1, and he was usually sold out by 4 or 5. And he's like, yeah, so everybody's like, oh, you worked 4 hours today. He's like, okay, but I was over there at 7. So I was there for 6 hours before we even opened. He goes, and I start the stuff at midnight the day before. So basically, he gets done there at 5 o'clock, cleans everything up, disinfects, does all that stuff that he's got to do, drives home. So now it's probably 6:30, 7 till he gets home, cleans everything up there, starts doing the prep, starts smoking again at midnight for the next day. So it's constant. It's like 24 hours a day. And it's just, you know, it's taxing. And you know, it would probably be like, you know, if you made $1 billion, you'd be like, hey. But, you know, if you were what's that place in Austin? Who's the black guy? What's his name? Something. Terry Blacks. My foot hurts so bad. All-day job again. All-day jobs are not good for Papaw. Papaw's too old for all-day jobs. I don't know if this one's going to be red. This is going to be a stretch. Just get this one to stay red. I still haven't, okay. I was really seriously at the point where I was going to start specifically making a sheet of just red drinks, and then we would just do them like a Friday sheet. We'll just do red drinks on Friday. And then I lost my phone. And there was a ton of recipes on my phone that I lost. Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds. Like, not, well, I shouldn't say hundreds, but 150 150. There was 150 of them screenshot on my phone, at least, maybe a little more, that are all gone. And for some reason, no one knows why. The guy at the store, no idea. Get up at 5:30, cut meat, start cooking at 8:30, open at 10:30. Try to sell out by 12:30, 12:45. Clean up, pack truck, come home, pre and cut more. Yeah, it's I mean, listen, if you love doing it, if you could manage it, like if you could sell out by 12:30 or 12:45, and then get home and get the prep work done by 3 o'clock. I don't know how, I don't know. I'm just spitting a number out there. But I'm saying if you could get it done by 3 or 3:30, something like that, you know, sooner or later your kids are going to be in school, in theory. And then you could spend an evening with your kids after they get out of school, which would be awesome. But it's still, yeah. It's just one of those things, you know. Everybody chooses their profession. You know, yeah, that sounds hot. I tell people all the time, Waterboy's the new thing, Monster. That's the one I'm on to right now. And I actually have, it's not on this phone. It's on the phone. I got the live going on. There's actually I got another hydration thing to try. I didn't get it yet. Waterboy, and I use Element. Now what I do is I drink salt water. I put salt in all my water, always. Baja Gold salt. Pinch of that in the water. So that's minerals. Element. I mix a bottle of Element. I mix a bottle of Waterboy. I keep 2 on my nightstand when I go to sleep. I drink 1 before I go to bed. And then in the morning I drink cayenne pepper lemon water with salt in it. I stop all prep at 5:30 unless it's a big event. Then we prep until 19:30 or 20. I'm gonna work night. Yeah. I probably have to. I'm gonna have to make another trip down there. I guess I have to go down there and freaking get some hibachi. What's up, Chris? I got oh shit, that's a shaker. I was going through messages. Well, is anybody? I messaged the message that we were gonna go live, and it's not on my messenger thing. I didn't check this phone. Okay, this one is. Yeah, on my other phone it didn't. What is this? On my other phone it didn't show up. Like, you know, whoever you most recently messaged would go to the top of your message thing. On my other phone, it didn't do that. It was still buried way down there, which was weird. The top thing was Doc, which the last I messaged Doc today was, I don't know, 10:30, 11 o'clock. I message him all the time during the show. I send him stupid shit all the time. Had a dirty doctor, 2 shots of Fireball, splash of amaretto, and the rest Dr. Pepper. We're gonna screenshot that, Chris. We're gonna put that one in the queue. I don't think I'm gonna like that. I'm not a Fireball guy. I don't know. I don't know. Hello, Keith Hines. Keith, what are you? I just saw. What are you? Keith I think he's a Pocono ambassador or something like that. He's an ambassador to the Poconos. Is that right? It's something like that. Keith's a good guy. Busy fella. Him and his wife Stacy are busy people. 4 ounce. sending them to you. Put it in a box you send out. What? Alright. Well, Monster... Oh, whatever you want to do. Yeah, I agree, Ken. I think Fireball just is... It didn't go good. I think the car broke. Which makes me feel really guilty because that was my car. That was that orange Cobalt that I had. Ray Person was live. I didn't forget about it, but I knew I couldn't go because I had to get the shit together for this party tomorrow. Chris, please, let me know. Certified Pocono Ambassador. That sounds fancy. I don't even know what that means, but that sounds impressive. Wearing my Spoonapalooza shirt while wandering around Salem, Massachusetts. There you go. Get some people on the team while you're up there. Yeah, for real, Chris. Listen, I absolutely, positively love when people come over here. I really, really do. I don't care. I'll say this. I always say this, but I don't give a shit when people just show up, but don't just show up. Not because I care if you just show up, but because I would rather be prepared. Only because generally it's a nightmare in here. And you make sure I'm here. I don't do very, in the wintertime, I'm pretty good at being on time. In the summer, it's impossible. It's just impossible. It's light too late. Like right today. Meemaw's at work. And I bring whatever you want to drink. You don't need to bring anything over here, buddy. You just show up. We'll get you going. All you gotta do is pick a time and let's set something up and come on over. And we'll go through this is what I do. I write all the drinks down on these papers. And then if people come here, I say, here's all the drinks we have. These are all the ones I have written down. And just pick a drink. Pick whichever ones you want to do. When we do it, we put an X next to it, so anyone that has an X next to it is not... People always... Listen, I appreciate more than you can imagine when people bring stuff over here. But everybody thinks they're going to bring something over. And listen, there's thousands of things that I don't have. I'm not saying that I have everything. But what I buy flavored things. That's what I buy. But at some point, there's just, what? I try to find different liqueurs, vodkas, rums, and now we have shit tons of flavored whiskeys, which is just, it's stupid. Help promote things for the Pocono Visitors Bureau. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. That's really cool, Keith. I don't even know what Keith. I don't even know what Keith does. Keith, I don't even know what Keith does for a living. I think his wife works for... Does your wife work for Pencor? I know we talked about this. I don't fucking remember. Last thing you use something else. I know, Ken. That's a problem. But Ken, when I went last week, when I was coming home, the best thing that happened to me and the worst thing that happened to me was losing my phone. Because if I don't lose my phone... I was coming home by myself. We left early in the morning. I left early in the morning. I had all day to kill time. I built recliners with lifts in them. Whoa, I might fucking need one of them. Alright, good night, Chris. You let me know, man. Seriously, message me. I'm dead serious. If you want to stop by, ask Ken. Ask anyone. I am... more than accommodating. I love when people stop by. It makes my life easier. All my drinks get cut in half. I get somebody to talk to, banter with a little bit, get some sauce out. It's weird getting sauce out by myself. It seems, I don't know, it just seems weird. But yeah, for sure. Hello, Heath's mom. Hello, Utter Kelly. Utter Kelly, you can come over here too. We like when the I don't know what the word is. I almost want to say, when I say when the sluts come over, rather than the virgins. Oh shit! I still got a drink in the shaker. Damn it! Can you smoke cigars in here? Probably not. I'll have a fucking headache. I don't think we ever smoked in this house. Nah, I never smoked in this house. If you come over when the kid's here, you can smoke on the back deck with him. Well, no, he doesn't smoke cigars. Oh, yeah, he does smoke cigars. He does He does pipes, too. Stacy works for Pentel Data. Yeah, that's what I meant. Whatever I said, that's what I meant. I think I said Pencor. Is that the same thing? Hello, Rosa. I knew. That's what I meant. That's what I meant, Keith. I remember that conversation. I need... You build recliner. Can I get a lift in anything else? Like, I need a lift in the seat of my car. I could use a lift at a kitchen table, at the chair. I could use a lift out of my bed. That sort of thing. Something in my eye. Alright, this is called Tropical Nat. It's N-A-T, which is... That's not really Nat, so I don't know what that is. Oh, man. Well, whatever's on my finger is now burning my eye. Alright, Tropical Nat. Is vodka? Sorry, Kelly. Vodka, spiced rum, orange juice, pineapple juice, cranberry juice, splash of grenadine. It's red. Reddish. Cheers. Red Friday. There's a lot of people in my life who are... listen, when I say I need a computer, this is what I need. I need a computer that has whatever the spreadsheet stuff is that Mimo has at work. Excel. I think it's Excel. That's the only thing I need is spreadsheets. I don't care about anything else. I don't need it for anything else. I just want to create spreadsheets for drinks, for service member of the month, for... There was something else. I don't know. That's the only thing I need it for. I don't need anything else. So when I say an IT guy, if anybody that knows how to use a computer, to me, is an IT guy. Because that's all I need to do. I'd be like, I know on Meemaw's computer, if I hit the little icon that says Spoonman Saloon, my little spreadsheet comes up. And I enter my drinks in there, and I know how to hit the... the little file thing to put them in alphabetical order, and then I hit the one button, and it puts everything in order, and then that's all I need to do. I just build the frames. We send them up to Scranton, and they do the rest. Oh, golden. The golden tag on it. All right, nice. So you don't do this in your garage then? You work for someone. You probably could do it in your garage. I saw well, Keith. I knew it wasn't you, Keith. Whenever he says Keith stops by, I know you did stop by there once, so but it's the other Keith. And I'm like, I'm just gonna stop. I wish I had a day off work. I would just stop by. Fuck, the day I went there, he knew I was coming, and I walked in the door and I scared the shit out of him. I'm like, well, I don't know what you want me to tell you. I pulled up. Have you for the next 10 seconds. I know, it's one of those things that I just don't do. What's up, Bryce? I need to just go buy a computer and just have it, or order one, or however it is you go about getting a computer. I'm like, I just walked through Walmart and I'm like, that's all I need right here. And then everybody's like, oh, you need a bigger screen. I'm like, I don't need a bigger screen. Like, I work with my phone right now. I don't need a bigger screen. I could take that. I could take my keyboard if I want a bigger keyboard, I could take my keyboard from upstairs and just plug it into the side. Christman Furniture behind the Shell gas station by the turnpike. Oh. Yeah. All right. That's what I'm saying, Ken. That's what I'm saying. It's $200. I get that in. Listen, I'm like sitting here. We had Spoonpalooza coming up. I'm like, well, it's probably going to rain. We should get some Easy Ups. And I go to Walmart and I'm like, oh, look, they have 13 by 13 Easy Ups. They're only $159. Let me just buy 2 of those. I don't even think about it. But then it's like I see that. And I was like, Or like my front door. I need a front door. I've been living here for 10 years. I bought this place in 2015. I moved in 2016. So I've been living here for 9 years. 8.5, 9 years. My front door is an absolute piece of shit. The entire house is 100% redone, everything top to bottom, except for the wall studs. That's it. And the ceiling rafters. It's the only thing that hasn't been replaced in this whole house, and except the front door. And I'm just like, man, I can't drop another $6,000 on that. I got Barry the Hawn though. Barry the Hawn is going to get me a door. I just got to measure it, which I probably talked to him 2 months ago about. I just got to take a measurement, send it to him. He's going to get me a price. I'm going to get the exact door I want. Sandstone color, so it matches all my side and trim. Finished. No painting, no nothing. Buy the door, put it in, inside trim it, done. Period. It's going to be a center door with 2 glass side lights that open up with screen. They're screened, so you don't need a screen door, and you can still have air moving through your house. That's the exact door I want. Because I saw one, I didn't even know that was a real thing. I saw it, and I'm like, that's the door I need. That's the one I want. That's it. That's the door. Except for I don't want to spend $8,000 on a fucking door. That's why I still have a double swing green door that leaks air like bad. Anyhow, the B guy's got honey coming out of his fucking ass right now. B guy, is there any possible chance that we're gonna get some of that fucking wing juice going this year? I'm gonna have to I'm gonna have to start helping them. I might retire. I might quit my job at Overhead and start making honey products with the B guy because he needs help. He can't. We'll do the drink of the day from the barn. We got to do the drink of the day while we're spinning honey or something. We can't do it in the bee yard. I'm not getting fucking stung by a bee. Hello, John Wagner. The fun every time John pops up on a live. This, I don't know what it is. It's just one of those things. Every time John pops up on a live, I just remember the night Jensen was here. We might have been drawing ducks, or he was just here. I don't know. And I said, it popped up, and I said, "Hey, John Wagner," and I said, "Oh, look, there's John Wagner." That's what I said. And Jensen goes, "Hi, John Wagner," just like very. I don't know, but every time you pop up, I hear Jensen say, "Hi, John Wagner." Just like when Chris, same thing when Chris pops up. I said, "Oh, there's the B guy," and Jensen goes, "Hi, B guy." He just was like emotionless. I don't know why. It just was very, very funny. Oh, it was drawing ducks? All right. I remember when he said it. It just was. I don't know. He just. It's hard to believe a 3-year-old has such a dynamic personality. But he was here last weekend. Saturday he was here, and then he stayed overnight. So Sunday morning, he was cuddling. He was snuggling up. He had a nightmare of, I guess, something. He said he had a bad dream. He came into our room at like 3:30 in the morning and was just besides himself. So he laid with us a little while. Well, he sleeps like he's in a kickboxing tournament. Except for he wasn't even sleeping. So I said to him, "You want to go back in your big bed?" And he said, "Yeah." And I said, "All right, let's go." So I picked him up, and he buried his head into my shoulder, and he said, "Papa, will you sleep with me?" And I said, "Sure, buddy." So I put him down in the bed, and we just laid down there, and I eventually ended up falling asleep. So I slept with him over there in the morning, till morning, and then I got up, came over in the room, and then he came over with Mima, and then he said bugs. So he watches bugs on TikTok all the time. It's kind of funny. But he was watching with Mimo, and then I said to him, I said, all right, I said I was doing something, and he like didn't he didn't give me a second of attention. He didn't give a shit what I was doing because he was watching Memo's phone. And I said, so I just said to Memo, I said, all right, I'm going down to work in the garden. And he's like, he grabbed. This is exactly what he did. He was laying. So I sat up on my side of the bed, got out. He turned himself so his legs were facing my side of the bed. Hello, Michael. He grabbed two hands on the sheets. He was flat on his back, and he pulled with his hands and like kicked his legs up in the air and like scooted himself right to the edge of the bed. Hopped off the bed, and he said, "All right, me and Mom, I'm going with Papa." Came out. I'm like, we gotta get you dressed, buddy, because he was just whatever. So we got him dressed. He has these little green rubber boots from Tractor Supply, and we went down. I have a pump, so I water my garden out of the creek. I have a pump. 93 tomorrow. Yeah, that doesn't sound good at all. All right, good night, B guy. So I pump water out of the creek. Well, there's a foot, like basically a check valve at the bottom. Well, if it sucks a piece of dirt or rock, I put screening around it, but the screening eventually rots out. I didn't replace it this year, and it must have, I don't know, it must have sucked a rock, dirt, whatever. But it was leaking, so all the water runs out of the pipe. Well, the pump won't pump, so I got to unhook it at the top, fill it up with the hose, and then turn it on. So I did that day with him. We went down to the garden. There was 2 peppers that we picked. We picked a jalapeno and I don't know what the other one was, some kind of bell pepper or banana pepper. And then I was talking to him a little bit, showing him stuff. We showing him cucumbers. I was telling him how I was pointing out on all the plants. I said every flower you see is going to be a fruit, like it's going to be a pepper or a tomato or whatever. And then I showed him the cucumbers, and there was a bunch of small cucumbers, like an inch long or whatever. And so we did all that, and then, or maybe that was maybe we did that Saturday. Maybe I don't remember. It might have been Saturday when we did it, because then he said or maybe we did it Sunday morning, and then he said something to Mima either later that day or whatever, and he told her if she wanted to garden, he said I'll take you out and show you. He goes, first we have to go do the pump. He goes, and then we have to go, and he like went through this whole elaborate explanation in his head of what gardening was, which is just. It's very, I don't know what the word is. I like to hear sort of his impression of how what this is. If I say, oh yeah, I'm going down to the garden, he has a sort of, that's like my boss, or so I don't know. I'm not really sure. When I started working at Overhead Door, Jim and Steve were the 2 people that ran the departments. Well, now Steve left, was Jim's brother-in-law. So now Andy and Mike, Jim's kids, are in positions. So I'm not really sure who my boss is, or I'm not really sure how it all works exactly. But anyway, Andy runs the residential department. He's who I answer to every day. I'm not sure if he's my boss or his dad's my boss. I'm not really sure exactly what it is, but I answer to Andy on a regular. So he's got a couple daughters. I think he has 3 daughters and 1 boy. And his boy loves coming to the shop. But he thinks Overhead Door is the warehouse. Like he's not old enough to understand that all the guys go out and install garage doors and openers, whatever. He's like, oh, let's go to work. And for him, going to work is going to the warehouse. And that's all he knows. And it's funny. But that, like I said, that same sort of mental sentiment is where I get with Jensen. That's how he looks at things. Which is also, he's 3, okay, so I get it. He's not going to understand it, but, I do that. I do not dumb down explanations to him. If he asks me a question, I give him the answer. I give him the answer straight up. And, if he can figure it out, he can figure it out. If he doesn't, he asks 7,000 more questions, then we just go question by question by question. Because to me, that's just how you learn. And I don't have a problem with that. But he's going to be pretty pissed off if his big brother gets a passport and goes to Canada with me next year and he doesn't get to go. I'll tell you that right now. And I'm on that. I'm already on that. I'm already on trying to get get his big brother a passport. We're going to drag his ass to Canada and take him fishing. He thinks it's fun catching a 4-inch sunny in the canal. Wait till he hooks into a bass in Canada. El Presidente. That's what this drink is called. I think it's a shot. How's John doing, by the way? I just saw somebody just popped up yesterday or the day before. Was somebody that used to be on all the time and I hadn't seen in forever. And I just always wonder how that works. I know for me personally, there's sometimes that I don't see. I'll see a post from somebody who I guess I don't even realize I'm friends with because I haven't seen a post from them in forever. And then a post pops up and I'm like, oh shit, like I forgot about whoever it is. And I'm like, well, that's weird. So then I'll click on their account and like they had posts like day, like all these days before. I'm like, why do I never see all this shit? I don't understand how Facebook works. Oh, we got Sprite and Coke. I feel like what time is it? It's not 10 o'clock. Oh, this must just replay the album over and over again. That's awesome. Hello, Crystal Snyder. I just realized right now, I was just thinking to myself, what was Crystal's name before? See, your name is now normalized as Snyder. Was it Wrangle? Something. I don't remember. I just know you as... I know you had a different name on Facebook, and now it's Snyder, and that's good. All right. Drink number 3, El Presidente. Rum, pineapple rum, grenadine, and a splash of pineapple juice. Red Friday. Whoa. Oh, damn, that's... It tastes like some kind of... It tastes like Lifesavers. That's really good. That tastes like Lifesavers. That's... I almost said phenomenal. Well, there you go. See? It didn't... If I saw that, I'd be like, what? So now it looks right as Snyder, which is good. There's people that change their profile picture all the time, which is... Listen, I don't care. My profile picture forever was Silas and I, and then I don't even know what it is now. I think it's that one with me behind the bar. My picture was me behind the bar, and then I thought I didn't like. I just like that's I don't know. It seemed pretentious and arrogant to me, and I didn't like it. So I changed it to a picture of me and Silas, which it was forever, for like years and years and years until my account got hacked. And then I didn't want to put the same picture back because then I was afraid people would be like, well, that's the same picture as the old account. So I didn't want to use the same picture. So I went back to that picture behind the bar. But I still don't like it. I don't know what's the appropriate amount of time before I can change it back to the other picture. The good news was I got back on that old account and then canceled it. So it can't be reopened. Living the second-hand life. Our 16-year-old son's social and work life run us to death. Yeah, I get that, John. I can't keep up with a 3-year-old. I tell people all the time, I can't. I literally have like super detailed, vivid remembrances of telling people, talking, having conversations, saying, I can't wait until I'm further established in life, and I have like I'm more financially secure, where I'm further ahead, and I'm not living paycheck to paycheck, and I could, if I want to go fishing, I could just take a day off without pay, and it's not even, I don't even have to think about it. Like, it's no problem. I'll miss a day of pay this week. It's no big deal. And as time goes on, it's just like there's no time for anything. There's no money for anything. I'm like, what are we doing here? What is going on? I don't know. It's I don't know if depressing is the right word. It's just it's I don't know. I guess maybe depressing is the word. But also, it's probably, what is it that you're thinking about? I think you get like, I'm probably in a much better position than I think I am, because you go through these sorts of things, and you're uncomfortable because everything is so tight, and everything is so how are we going to make this? How is this going to work? How are we going to work this out? How, like, that sort of sentiment. And then you grind and grind and grind and grind and grind and grind and grind to get out of that position. But do you ever? Only because in your head you're still there. I'm not really sure. I'm okay with it. I'm gonna work like hell until I'm done. Yeah, for sure, John. Yeah, 1,000%. Then that's what it is. Like, listen, I don't have that perspective. I never had kids. I met Meemaw. I think Matt and Jared were 15 and 18 when I met her, something like that. And so they were. They weren't adults, okay? But they were formed to some degree, for sure. I did the best I could to try to influence them however I could, in a positive direction. So my only sort of reference to that is because when Matt met Kate, Jayce was 3. I think he was 3. So he came into our life at 3 years old, which is very, very young. But Jensen came into our life from birth, and it's just different. It's just different. It's just a different sort of. It's just different watching somebody go from, like, at the time we met Jayce, he was where Jensen is right now. You know what I mean? I'm not saying he's independent, but they're much more independent. They can, you know what I mean? They can do things themselves. They don't need you for everything. They need you for some things. They don't need you for everything. Where when they start out from birth, they, you know what I mean? They die without you, whatever that is. And so that's just a sort of a whole different arrangement. I can't imagine what it's like to actually be a father. I can't. And I admit that. Readily admit that. I would never say to somebody, there's no way you could tell. It's impossible to know what your feeling would be. Like, I could sit here and say, I know what it was. I was the oldest of 8. I had 7 younger brothers and sisters through 2 different marriages. 3 different marriages, actually. My parents were married. They got divorced. They both were married. They both had more kids. But I'm the oldest of the 8 of us. So I've been changing diapers my whole life. Like, but it's not. That's not the same. It's just not the same. It's just not. And that's something I missed out on. And it is what it is. I can't. You know what I mean? I could be miserable about it, or I could just, whatever it is. The cool thing is Jayce wants to go fishing, so we went fishing, whatever that was, a week before we went to Canada, and I am going to push for I'm going to push for him to get his passport, and I'll take him to Canada with me next year. I don't know how, listen, he might go one time and be like, fuck that, those bugs are terrible up there, or he might love it. You know, you never know. He knows how to fish a little bit, and he likes fishing. That's a good sign. And you know, Canada is a good place to learn how to fish because there's way more fish there. It's decidedly easier to catch fish there than it is here. So, you know, there's that. And I don't, like I said, it doesn't matter to me. I don't care. I could sit there and, you know, I brought 2 fish home this trip. And that's what if I bring fish home, I bring 2 home. That's it. I get a conservation license, so I can only bring 2 across the border. So I don't really care. I would much rather watch somebody on my boat catch a fish than me catch a fish. I don't care. It's just, it doesn't do it for me. I like being out there in the water. You know, Silas was with me. If he's got another trip in him, we'll take him next year, hopefully. But yeah. Oh, that's not a message. All right. Oh, yeah. All right. There you go. Red Friday has come to an end. What time is it? How long have we been live? 1 hour? 56 minutes? Holy shit. I thought we were live for like 3 hours. That's actually pretty fucking sad now that I think about it. We got to at least go 4 more minutes. We gotta at least hit an hour. Jesus. I'd be embarrassed when YouTube says your live's about to go defunct and you had to whatever you got to do. I don't know what YouTube doesn't say it. Facebook says it. Facebook says your live is only good for 3 more days or whatever. So you got to download it, put it on the YouTube page. We got to at least go for an hour. Kelly, let me know when we get to an hour. What was that drink? I didn't write it down. Fuck. Who was that? Oh, that was Chris. Was that Chris that sent that drink in? I don't remember. I got to do. I saw Dottie made a post today about some new kind of wheels she bought for her grinder. Dottie's the one that made the flag. What? Let me turn this around. It's just me, Kelly. It's just me and you. Let me turn this around right here. I think you can see it right where I'm standing. There's the flag. See the flag right there. That's the flag right there. So, God damn it. So Dottie made a second flag. It was more square than that one. It was shorter. It wasn't as high and it wasn't as wide. She made another flag like that. I bought it because it actually looks better than that one. I like the way she did it better. So now she's making I told her, but I like the shape of this one better because this one's more rectangular. And so she said she was going to make another one, and I told her, before you fucking tell it to anybody else, call me. I want it. So I'll buy that one. I'll buy the third one, and then the second one I'll raffle off at Spoonapalooza next year. It's out in the garage. I didn't even hang it up yet. But if she makes one more closer to the size of this one, but finishes the same way she finished that one, it's going out on the deck out back. But anyway, I saw her make a post about these grinding wheels she bought that she said works way better than the other grinding wheels she had. And now I'm fucking excited. I'm already excited about this fucking flag, and I have no idea what it's going to look like. But hopefully it's closer to the one in the garage. This one's beautiful. It's absolutely stunning. But whatever it is, on the other one, she like the stripes and the blue is more of a like a translucent finish, so you can see through it to the wood, which is burned, so you can see the grains of the wood burned in. And then the white I don't think she even touched. I think she did red and blue and then the white of the stars, but I don't think the white stripes. I think that's the natural wood burned, and it looks awesome. I actually like it better than that one, and I love that one. I absolutely love that one. So I'm gonna buy the next one. I might just buy all of them that she ever makes. She actually told me the last one she made she was going to keep for herself, but something happened. She was looking for some money, so that's why she decided to sell it. But I definitely want the third one, especially if it's closer to the first one in ratio, like more rectangular, like an actual flag. But we'll raffle the other one off. It's beautiful. It's absolutely stunning. I love it. Anyway, Dottie Vasquez, check her out. She's I don't know. I don't even know what the fuck she does now. She used to work for a hardwood floor company. She was the singing sander. She used to sing while she was sanding floors and go live on Facebook, which was really funny. I don't think she works for that company anymore, though. She does all kinds of odd jobs, I would say. I don't know how you express it. I don't want it to sound negative, because she's very good. She's super. I don't know. I don't know what the word is, but she's very. She's a very driven person, which is just. I love driven people. I do. That's why when she said she she posted the flag up. She said, "Hey, here's what I'm thinking," and I messaged her. I said, "Sold." And she's like, "For real?" And I'm like, 1,000%. I'll take it. I'll just fucking, I want it. I can't imagine what the time is that's in it. This Father and Sons album is really going to start to get to me now that the YOLOs are kicking in. I'm going to get emotional. Those with like a battle-worn flag look. Yeah, Mike. The last one she made was really cool. I don't know how you... I mean, I know how you do it. I don't know how you paint the line so straight like that. It's crazy. She's, yeah. Whatever. It is what it is. You know, you look at that stuff and you think, who would pay for that? I would. I'm a red, white, and blue bleed motherfucker, and I will pay for it. And I hope that hope she gives me the opportunity to buy the next one. You were at 102. All right. I should probably go get some more shit off the deck, because Mima's gonna come home and bitch that I didn't do enough work. She's stressed out. Mima is very. I mean, to her, this is her party. She needs to get this shit going good tomorrow. And, you know, so. Anyway, all right, I'm going to get out of here. Ski-daddle, as the kids would say. And, thank you, everyone, for tuning in. Thank you, everyone. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in tonight or always and supporting what we do. Whether it's inviting your friends, commenting, liking, buying ducks, buying Super Bowl blocks, buying t-shirts, making, like I said, just making comments. Anything you do helps keep us going. And it's I saw Lisa Tift made a post today. Today was her birthday, and she made a post for her birthday. She's like, if anybody wants to do anything, just donate to one of the groups. One of the causes that I am behind, and I think she listed 5 different things, and she put Team Spoonman down and mentioned my name, which is. She also put Valor, which is the biggest contribution we make every year is to Valor. Half the money we raise all year long goes to Valor every year, and you know, so it's you know, it's the same thing. I mentioned to Doc the other day, because Doc, I heard him say, so they're giving tickets away to Big Diamond Raceway, and then he's got 4 tickets to, or I don't know, I shouldn't say it. He's got tickets to a Penn State game that they're going to raffle off. And I messaged him and I said, hey, how about we raffle off tickets to a Steelers game? I have season tickets. I'll give him 4 tickets to a game, and he can raffle them off. Or I thought about doing it through Team Spoonman, maybe even another game. We'll just do 2 games. We'll give 1 game to him. We'll do 1 game here, and we'll just raffle them off, and we'll just, you know, whatever. I don't go to all the games. I go to 2 to 3 games a year. Maybe I sell the rest of them. If I could essentially donate a game to try to have some sort of raffle, listen, everybody's not a Steelers fan. I'm not saying that, but you know what I mean? It is what it is. Yeah, I don't. To me, it does. It just doesn't matter. I like what we do. I love what we got going. I appreciate the support and the everything that everybody does every day, and it's every day. For me, it's every day. For other people, it's not every day, but for me, it's every fucking day. And some days it sucks, and some days I wish I wouldn't be involved in this because I just would like to come home from work and take a nap because I'm fucking tired, and I can't because I got to come down here and do this, and this. So it just, it is what it is. So we'll figure something out, but I don't know. I thank everybody for what we do. I just thank you. I can, does anybody watch? I wonder how many people watch these to the end. That's what I want to know. Because I know, like, while it's live, there's probably 20, 25 people that tune in and out and that sort of thing. And I know people watched after the fact because, as a matter of fact, Freedom Socks was here. When did he? 2 weeks ago he stopped here, and we ended the live, and he told me, he said, "Hey man," he goes, "I don't comment. I'm not that kind of thing." He goes, "But," he goes, "I read your positive vibe every day." He goes, "Every single day I click on Team Spoon Man to read your positive vibes." And when he told me that, it meant a lot. It really did. And I'm not mad. I don't care. I'm not upset saying, "Oh, what the hell?" You read it, but you're not gonna respond or whatever. It doesn't matter. I don't do it for me. I'm not doing it for me. I don't know where that even came from. One day forever ago, and something popped into my head, and I'm like, boom, and I wrote it down, and the hashtag positive vibes, just, that was the flow that day. And then I was like, oh, that's actually pretty cool. That's a good concept. And then we went from there to there to there, and so now I feel like I can't miss it. Like, now we have to, positive vibes got to go. Positive vibes got to every day. It's got to be. So it's like with anything. I got a camera when I got out of the Army. I came home, and my brother Brent was playing baseball, and I thought about getting a camera and taking pictures of him. So I borrowed a camera from a friend, took pictures. Well, it was literally a 35 millimeter where you had to set everything up, and I didn't know anything about shit. So you take pictures, but it was film. It wasn't digital at times. It was film. So you take it. Well, you set it up how you think. You don't know what the pictures are going to look like till you get them back from development. I never bought... She said, "Here, try the camera. If you like it, buy it." Well, I never did. I went down to Dan's camera, and I bought a Canon EOS 630. It was automatic. Everything was... You could set it up if you wanted to, or you click a button and go. And I took pictures, and I started taking pictures. Just boom, 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 boom. And that's... that became... Photography did not become my obsession. Taking pictures of my family doing things became my obsession. And then I was dating someone, and her and her mom did scrapbooking, and she said, "Do you think your mom would like a scrapbook for Christmas?" And I said she would absolutely love a scrapbook for Christmas. So she went back. I had shoe boxes full of... Every time I would get a picture developed, I would get doubles. So I would keep one, and I would give one to whomever. So if I took a picture of my brother, Brent, I would keep one picture, and I would give him the other picture. If I took a picture of my brother, Derek, I'd keep one and give him the other one. So I had boxes of pictures. And then sometimes there would be doubles, whatever. But I made a scrapbook with all mine, just scrapbooking it. Not a scrapbook, photo album. I just stuck them in a photo album. But then there was tons of doubles I just had in boxes, and I'm like, here's the boxes. She went through the boxes, and she made a scrapbook of like a 10-year window of just all these different things. And then she gave it to my mom for Christmas, and my mom absolutely loved it. And I said, "Well, you really should do this every year, right?" And she was like, "Okay." So then I got very I am very detailed if I want to be. So then I take the picture, I get them back, I go through the negatives, and I would write down on the negative envelope and the pictures, this was the event, this was the date, this date, this date, this date, whatever all the pictures were. And we did all that. And then it got to the end. I don't remember if it was the second year. It might have been the second one, or if it was the second one or the third one. I think it was the second one. And she was like, I don't have time to do it. And I'm like, all right, well, then it needs to be done. So I'm just going to do it. So then I finished it. And then next thing, now I'm scrapbooking. So now I'm scrapbooking. So every year, my mom for Christmas, she'd get a scrapbook. And the scrapbook would go, so my sister Caitlin's birthday was December 20th. 19th. So her birthday would start the photo album. Because if I was going to give it to my mom for Christmas, I couldn't go to Christmas. I had to stop. You got to stop at some point. So my sister's birthday party would be the first event of the year. So that the book that my mom got on Christmas Day would end basically by hunting season. So whatever me, my brother, my nephew, or anybody else, my sister-in-law, my niece, or what, anybody that shot a deer in rifle season, that would be the end of the scrapbook. And that's how it went for years and years and years. And then when I bought this house, I quit taking pictures because I was so busy getting this house ready to move in here. And I say all the time, but life is so busy, you can't. I don't know what to do. I said to Mimo, I said, what I need to do is get back into taking pictures, set a desk up in the craft room, and then put a scrapbooking area at a table in the craft room where I can just let the stuff lay there, and when I have time, get in there and get after it. But the problem is the pictures that I was taking was my brother Brent played baseball, then he graduated, then my brother Derek did baseball, golf, and basketball, and then Kelsey played basketball. Mikey, did Kelsey do softball? I think she did softball too. Then Mikey wrestled and played baseball and golf. And then so it's just picture of my brothers and my family, and it's over and over and over. Well, then everybody got Kaylin did track, and Kaylin was a pretty good athlete when she was in high school. And then everybody got out of school, and it was like, well, now there's sort of this, like, Aaron and Mason were doing some stuff, but now we have shit tons of nieces and nephews. Like, there was Aaron and Mason were like, I think Aaron was 15 when Michael was born. And now Mikey's got 3, Derek's got 2, Kelsey's got 1. So we had two nieces and nephews for 15 years, and now there's 6 in the last 6 years. 5 years, something like that. So it just was like, so now it's blown up. And unless they email me pictures, I'm not going to get them because they live here, they live there, they live. Derek lives in Florida, Kelsey lives in Arizona, down in Louisiana, Arkansas. So, it's just one of those things. How the fuck do we get on these topics? How? How do I get here, Kelly? Kelly, I don't know. I made a post the other day because I was playing Luke Combs music and the live ended. I ended the live. I literally hit end on the live, and when I say I'm telling you, I hit finish on the live, and Better Together came on the radio. Like it was almost like I pressed a button. That's how almost simultaneously it was. And I you don't know how hard it was for me to not go back live again. I think I was drunk enough that I would have sang Better Together by myself. I just think back to those days of, it started with Heath, because Heath was one that asked about that song, and then it just became I don't know what the word is. Not legend. Maybe legend. I don't know what the word is, but yeah, it just became like that's what we do. We sing better together at the end of every live. It was very fun. The good news is I still remember all the words, and so anytime anyone wants to come here and sing better together, I'm down. I don't think Chris Farr is going to do better together when he shows up, but I actually got emotional about it. Now, not necessarily because of the group, just because the concept of it was like literally the first day that it ever happened. Heath said to me, how it actually started was Heath's exact comment to me was, "What's that song that reminds you of your grandfather?" That's what he said to me. And that was it. And we played it, and then it just became, I mean, fuck, it was our shirt. As a matter of fact, so that was before we had shirts. Because the first shirt we ever made was Spoonman Soon, Home of Steelers Nation, like good old boys and beer. That's crazy now when you think about it that way. That's fucking nuts. Wow. I didn't think about it like that till just this second. Team Spoonman Anthem. That is good. I know, and we didn't even do it this year at Spoonapalooza. I don't. To the best of my knowledge, I don't think we did it at Spoonapalooza. But I know Benny has it because it saved on his phone from last year. Because last year I was too drunk, I didn't sing it, and then this year I think Brittany left before we would have gotten to it. I don't know. We got to get her to stay over again. She's got to get back to staying over. We can't be having her leaving. We have to. Man, it's a good song too. This song here, "Take Me Out to the Ball Game," I think it's called. There's a line in the song, and it says, "What's this every other weekend shit?" Something like that, and that just, oh man, it fucking kills me. Anyway, all right. Good night, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. Tomorrow's Jayce's birthday party. Happy birthday, Jayce, today. And I don't know. I think the party's at 2 o'clock or something. So in theory, we should be way done with the party before it's drink of the day. There's also a chance that old Jensen Troy may ask to stay overnight. I don't know if he'll be allowed to, but he may ask. So we'll see what happens, but I got to get a package together. We have a special package that has to go out. I know, Kelly. It's just, hopefully they'll be back. I wish more people would come. I wish more people would stay over, and I wish more people, and even if you don't want to stay over, I wish more people would come back. I wish people would like I wish it was an event where people came here and they got an Airbnb somewhere down the street, like at Carl's place or over here at Bruce Miller's place, whatever. I don't even know what that place is called. What is that called? The Buckwa something. I wish people would do that and then just come back Sunday morning. That would be so cool. It would be so cool if like Sunday morning breakfast was 20 people. That would be fucking cool. So, but it is what it is. We'll take whatever we get. You know what I mean? It was a good. Kelly, I'm telling you, when I went out there, I was getting a package together, and I went out there, and the extra large T-shirts. The only thing that's left is the red ones. The B ones are gone. The Papa's Rule shirt's gone, and the Team Swim ones were gone for a while, but because those were trying to phase out because we got the new ones that looked like the side of the trailer. That's a way better design. Way better. Like, I'm not a designer. I just have ideas. I'm like, hey, here's a cool idea. And I'm like, and it looked cool for 8 seconds until Hockey designed a trailer. I'm like, well, now that looks like dog shit. It is what it is. We'll figure it out. All right. I gotta go pee. Good night, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. And happy birthday, Jayce Thomas. We'll throw a party for you tomorrow. We'll see how it goes. And I'll be back tomorrow night. Maybe the Tiny Terrors will be here. Maybe we'll get Jayce. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know, Jayce's birthday, so he also is probably at some point going to go to his dad. Maybe he's at his dad tonight. I don't know. But if not, and we get him over here, we'll, and he wants to stay over, we'll get him down here. We'll sing happy birthday to him or something. Anyway, that's all I got. Good night, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. Well, that's awesome to hear, Kelly. Kelly, I have no idea. Like, we don't really, it's hard to keep track of everything. It's hard to keep track of the difference between the dog because of all the raffles we have, 50-50s. It's almost impossible to keep track of everything we do. But that's good to hear. It's really good. And yeah, we're at a good spot right now. I haven't heard from Gwen. I got to reach out to Gwen because I haven't heard from her in a while. I don't know what's going on over there as far as events and shit. But we got to get back into that because I just think I said it before and I'll say it again. I just think the key to our survival is going to be events. I know we're hooked up with Joe for Bowmanstown Bike Night, and except for Pickle Fest, Bowmanstown Bike Night is the best event we've ever had. Pickle Fest was ridiculous. Pickle Fest was 3-1 better than every event we ever did. It was insane. Part of it was Johnny's cool ass shirt design. So I don't know if do we make a new one? Do we bring that one back? I don't know what we do, but I don't know. But anyway, for now, I'm out. Good night, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. Never apologize for being patriotic. Fuck Bruce Springsteen. Happy birthday, Jayce Thomas. See you tomorrow. Peace.